Can be seen. Can we be heard? Can be heard, kind of. I see you. Yay, thank you, Matt. I need to change things. I think what happened was can't hear because ad. Well, okay. Fair. Okay. So uh, I wasn't able to readjust my camera, so I don't have the fakie on me. I hear you now. Cool. Cool. Okay. Weird. That was definitely something. Okay. Well. Tapapapooey. Da-da-ba-doo. We are live again. Sick. Okay, good. Good to go. Kind of. Working here too. Great. Okay. That was something. I think what happened. Think. Is that for anyone that doesn't know, part of why this game is so great and ironic is that I'm literally in a closet. So I'm touching both walls right now. Yeah. I think because I was playing video games right before stream and I had my door shut because like I said, Dorian was like cooking things and it was kind of setting me off. Um yeah. I had the door shut, which was a mistake, and so it uh heated up the closet that I'm in, and yeah. So my computer overheated, so I had to shut it down, turn it back on, make a new stream because YouTube doesn't nix streams. Like you can't just pick up where you left off. Get out of the closet, Pat. We all know. Oh, hello. Okay, there we go. All right. Don't have the magic on me, so I'm not going to be as devilishly attractive as the lies that I tell. But okay, so we're gonna open up the load game. Okay, perfect. So we're just right back where we left off. I'm sure everybody will either find their way back in or have a delightful night with just the bit of me that they had. Okay. Well, I'm also wondering if part of that was due to, yeah. Oh, it might have been. Okay, cool. So we're gonna keep it like this. That works perfectly fine for me. Yeah, I noticed that it happened like right after I also resized the game, and it didn't save the resizing. So that I'm sure also played a little role in doing that. So cool, perfect. But we're all good. Six, c'est bon. Okay, cool. Let's get right back in then. So we're gonna go the direct route. You're not required to continue being in the frat, dude. Yes. If it's not what makes you happy, maybe it's time to change things. To be more in line with who you really are. Stream elements, you need to calm down. I appreciate you promoting my social media. Calm down. Adam looks at me funny. We're talking about me, right? Tom? You look over to the doorway where a tall girl in a blue shirt is standing. You're back. Yeah, my flight had some issues, but I finally made it. She smiles at me and Adam. Hi, Carlos and Alex, was it? Adam. Right, of course, Adam. Sorry. Tom puts down the guitar and walks over to her, giving her a quick kiss. Dinner? Probably about that time. I guess I'll catch the two of you tomorrow then. I wave as they head out. Adam sits down on a couch. I feel the sense of dread now whenever I see Steve, which isn't fair to him at all. I sit down next to him. Like, I know Elliot was his best friend, and so everything that happened really hit him hard, and I know he really has the frat's best interests in mind. But I guess I just didn't expect it to become such a formal thing. And the more I'm reminded of that, and the more I'm reminded that I'm not dedicating enough time here, the more I feel like I don't want to. Maybe I'm just too focused on my studies for an organizational commitment like a frat. Maybe, but that's not a bad thing. You study too much, Chico. Say nothing. I mean, he does study an awful lot, but he kind of likes it. Like, that's where his focus is, and that's not a bad thing? Oh, well then, that's not a bad thing. Uh-huh. I'm just trying to make up for your lack of study. I'm just trying to make up for your lack of studying, dude. That hurts, Chico. Right in the heart. I bet. Want to see what Chef has cooking up for dinner? Looks like cold cuts? I guess we make sandwiches. Chef must not be back yet. Chef must not be back yet. We eat quickly and Adam excuses himself, ostensibly, to sleep, although I'm pretty sure he's going to go read another textbook instead. I'll come by tomorrow morning for my bag. Sure, as long as it's not too early. I thought you were going to bed early. Something like that. See you tomorrow, dude. Great, that should be cool enough now that I can play again. Botrix has correctly joined. Welcome in, Botrix. Right, sleep comes easily. Saturday, January 14th, 2007. I pause briefly outside the door to Chris and Adam's room before knocking. 10 a.m. isn't too early, right? There's no response, so I knock again after a bit and hear some shuffling from behind the door. A few moments later, Adam opens the door, looking annoyed. Dude. Good morning, Chico. It's barely morning. Bro, it's almost afternoon. What are you talking about? No, Chris? Adam yawns and scratches his chin. I think he was getting back sometime this morning. He grabs my bag out of the corner. Here's your bag. See you for lunch later. Maybe. Sounds good, Chico. Go wear in that bed some more. Adam shakes his head and closes the door. Behind me, I hear someone clear their throat. What? Oh. I thought Adam had someone hidden in the room. Hey, Carlos, was it? Yep. Hey yourself, Nick and Jake. Sorry, we didn't mean to overhear, but it sounds like Chris isn't back yet. Apparently he's getting back sometime this morning. Ah, we just wanted to see if you wanted to play some board games, but it wasn't online, so we figured we'd stop by. He pauses for a second. You're also welcome to join us, of course. Actually, that sounds fun. So see what's happening back at the house. Head to the gym and see if Malik is there. So personally, board games does sound fun, but I feel like that's not Super Carlos's character that we've seen so far. So let's actually go to the gym. I was actually going to go to the gym this morning. Right, of course. We're going to try to play some games every Wednesday evening this semester. You're always welcome to join us. All right, so I know that right now, I know that Tuesday nights are frat meetings, Wednesday nights are board games, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then most weekends are when Malik works at the gym, so those could end up being gym days at some point. And then I don't know our class schedule. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. I grab my clothes at the house and head to the student center gym. I drop my bag off in my room, grab my gym clothes, and head to the gym desk. Sure enough, Malik is working. Hey, hey! He stares at me for a second. Are you wearing the same shirt as yesterday? Dude, yes. Gym clothes can be worn a couple of times. Oh, yeah. I didn't get my bag with clothes in it from Adam until this morning, so I wore this again. Oh, honey, it still looks good on you. Swipe your card, please. I do, and he hands me a towel. The conversation from last night resurfaces. About last night. Ah, sweetie, it's okay. I wish families weren't so terrible sometimes. I just wanted to let you know I support you. I wish families weren't, my parents included. He laughs, but I can detect a hint of bitterness. Well, a parent's love is unconditional until what you are is an abomination. I knew this was going to happen. People were all like, you should wait until you graduate. He shrugs. But it is what it is. Have a nice workout, though. I change and claim a treadmill in the deserted gym. I should tell him. My parents would react in the same way his did. My thoughts are interrupted by Adam appearing in front of me. This is the first time we're seeing Adam in gym clothes. Hey, dude. Are you okay? Malik is gay, just dreading classes tomorrow. Just lost in thought. I'm always here if you need to talk, dude. I know. Thanks, Chico. Anyway, what brings you to the gym so early in the morning? Ah ha ha ha! Early in the morning. I couldn't fall asleep after you came by, so I figured I'd get in some weights and stuff before lunch. You're welcome. I spend the morning working out with Adam, spotting him on weights and generally talking about things. The game will track all the weekly things for you, and times, in the planner. Well, still no planner yet, so keeping it all up here until I can get it on paper. Virtual paper. Before I knew it, it's been a couple of hours. Well, that was a good workout, and now I'm hungry for food. Want to see what the chef's cooked up? We get changed and head back to the house. Lunch appears to be meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Adam eats quickly and excuses himself to go read another textbook. I end up back in my room after lunch and finally unpack my bag from the trip. I sit at my desk afterward, and pull out my laptop. Ah, a new email from Elliot. It doesn't contain very much of note, although it's always good to hear from him. It reminds me that I've been meaning to get an instant message account to talk to him more directly. I pull the crumpled piece of paper out of my desk drawer that has James' screen name on it and stare at it. Also, I should talk to James. Chris said he gave him good advice when he was first coming out. I install the program, fingers shaking for stare at the sign-up screen. Right, screen name. Choose a screen name. Carlos Runner 1. Excuse me? Was that not appropriate? Carlos Runner 1. A plus screen name. The game doesn't think so. It should accept it. There we go. It took me trying like 4 times. It's honestly, we just saw what happened to my computer. It's probably my computer's issue. This is why we're gonna go ahead and just put my fan right down there. And we're gonna crack that open again. Just a touch. For just a minute. I complete the sign up process and add both Elliot and James to my contacts. Does that not feel weird? Like, we obviously thought that James was hot, but we kind of were interested in Elliot, and we have a thing kind of with Elliot, but it's not like a real thing. I don't know. I should ask Chris for his screen name at some point, too. They both seem to be online at the moment. I stare at the names, feeling more and more nervous. Why am I so afraid of this? It's Elliot. I'm not trying to come out to him. I just want to talk to him. Talk to Elliot, talk to James. Don't talk to anyone. We don't know James very well. So I feel like talking to James first, we can kind of get out like any of the jitteriness of like this new thing called instant messenger. Because it's 2007, we have to keep that in mind. It's 2007. My hand shakes and I click on James's screen. Type into the window that appears. Hey, it's Carlos. Hi. Okay. I'm trying to employ all of my knowledge. Jay Brammar? Trying to think if that's like a theater thing. Or if his name is literally like James Brammer. You know. Overthinking things. Yes. Sorry for taking so long to message you. But I just signed up today. Okay. Wow, what a great conversationalist. I think back to my conversation with Malik last night. I guess I'm still really scared about things. Okay. James. Bro. Um did you not message James and Yags? I didn't actually. I think like I only did the options where it like scanned through it. So it was like we talked to Janet and then we talked to James, but he was busy. So I never actually had like a conversation with James Anthony Bennett. Okay. That's funny. We share part of our name. Raymer, a character class from Fantasy Star Online. What is Fantasy Star Online? Is that something I missed in 2007? Okay, yeah, this is how James talks all the time. Okay, and Adam was supposed to be the one that was like awkward. This isn't a conversation. Okay is not a full sentence. 2007, it's fine. I knew people that did this. It's fine. Want to talk? Isn't that what we're doing? Yes, it is. Crying, but okay isn't a full response. In Q&A now? Oh. Not alone? Oh, in Q&A now. Not alone. Can meet somewhere else. Oh, he's one of those like, I'm gonna message you real quick because I do better in person type people, right? I'm gonna hope. I look around unsure whether it's a good idea to invite him over to the house. How about my room? That sounds not the best. Not just for the reasons of like we're kind of trying to keep it under wraps, so having like a theater dude come over might not be the best way to do that. But also it just sounds kind of aggressive. It sounds a little bit like Dan, like, oh yeah, let's talk. I really want to talk about things with you. Come over to the frat house into my room. I don't know a person that would take that offer right now. The QA room is fine. How about the student center? Let's do the QA room. Because it's kind of private. Since you're already there. Okay. I stand and take a deep breath. Okay, you've been there before. Nothing to be afraid of. I knew it would give us a little bit of anxiety, but that's like a better place to have that conversation. Because if we have it in like the student center, then there's a chance that we'll see like Malik there and he'll kind of get like ideas, which not that that would be a terrible thing, but it just would make us like more anxious to actually talk to James. Or we'd risk seeing like Nick, um, Nick there, and like that whole crew could maybe be playing games, which would also make us feel kind of weird. I grab my coat and head out. Oh. My heart is pounding as I walk into the room. James is there, sitting on the couch with his laptop as Liz B shuffles files in a cabinet. He's still really attractive. Hi, Carlos. James nods at me. Nice to see you again. I was just leaving, but you're welcome to stay as long as you like, of course. You're the last one out. Please turn off the lights for me. Yes, thank you. She smiles at me again before grabbing her coat and heading out. I take a seat next to James on the couch. Somehow sitting next to him is reassuring. Hi. Hi. He nods, seemingly waiting for me to speak. Not much of a talk if I don't say anything. So I guess I recently came out, but it was only to my best friends, Adam and Chris. I guess Q&A people. One of my good friends last semester got beaten up by a homophobic asshole in my frat. Elliot? James's voice makes me jump for some reason. Yeah, did you know him? No. Know of him? Heard from Chris. Oh. Is Elliot, does that mean he's... James just shrugs. Ask him. Right, of course. But Chris and every... Wow, brain. But Chris and everything made me feel like I'm not doing enough. Like if Elliot and I had a chance or something, I feel like I've blown it by being in the closet. And Chris and you and my friend Malik, you're all so open. That term. He stares at me for a bit, friendly, and nods again. You and Chris remind me of last year. You were scared too? Yes. That seems hard to believe now. He stares off into space. It took me a long time to accept myself. I could have passed as straight. After all, I do like women. But that somehow felt like I would be denying a part of myself that mattered. And it took me a long time to come to terms with that. He smiles at me and it feels reassuring somehow. There's no right way to come out. There's no right way to be gay. Some people are like Dan. They don't care what anyone else thinks. I guess to a certain extent, you have to be that way sometimes because the world isn't as accepting as it should be. But he lives his life that way and expects everyone else to too. So come out in your own way, at your own pace. Don't let anyone dictate how or where or when you do it. That's up to you. True. I will say, personally, being in a relationship where one party is not, you can't dictate what they're doing, but it is very straining. If that's something that pops up later. I think James's route in ZAGS would drive you crazy then if you like talkative people. I mean, but he's gorgeous. Yeah, I dated a closeted boy and that was fun. James just has the speech memorized. You might recognize it from ZAGS. I do. It's full of good wisdom. I mean, it's a good speech. But yeah, the whole I understand. Like, obviously, there's plenty of reasons that people stay in the closet. Um, but it definitely is it's not nice to feel like someone's secret. It's not nice to feel like not only is someone hiding you, but then like especially with like the advent of social media stuff, like you have to be less honest about yourself to a certain extent. Yeah. And don't blame yourself for the past. Don't feel like you're letting people down by not being as out as you think you should be. If people have a problem with that, that's on them. Also true, because on the other end of what I was just saying, like if you enter into a relationship where you know that that's a thing, like that is on you to determine if that's something you're willing to deal with. And I'm sorry about Elliot. My parents wouldn't approve. Ah, that makes it harder. You said you know Malik. I would not have made the decisions he did in his position. I'm glad that he did the right thing for him and he made it work, but it could have ended badly. Just like others shouldn't dictate when you come out, there's no shame in remaining closeted, including to your family. Sometimes physical and financial well-being are more important. That is true. Yep, that is true. He shrugs. Not a good situation, though. Sorry you're in it. I nod and stare at my hand. I like that you're talking about this because this will matter in ZAGS. Oh, it will? Oh. You created like such a well-rounded LGBT world. Yeah, this Saturday I actually am trying, if my computer and everything else agrees with me. I'm trying to put out a video of another like full run through of this. That way it's not, broken up into 3 or 4 parts. So I'm really excited to like see what the rest of this world kind of looks like these different pathways, and I'm just excited to sort of interact with people a little bit. But sometimes family surprises you. Not that you should take a risk if you're not sure. The image of Elliot's parents look at me and Adam just flashes in my head, and I shudder involuntarily. Yeah. I'm sure, because there are lines like that, I'm sure that there are plenty of people that will play this game under the impression that if in fact we do have a confrontational moment with the parents of like coming out, there'll be like this 180 flip on them and they'll be like, oh, our way of thinking was just challenged. And now we have to reevaluate because someone we love is not straight, is not on the life path that we thought that we had set out for him. Which, granted, there could be that, and it would be super nice if it is. But yeah, there's unfortunately a lot of disappointment, parents and people. That sometimes having those like people could surprise you ideas. To be fair, sometimes it does work that way. Sometimes it does, and it's great when it does. I'm not so much relating this to myself with like me coming out because my parents were more or less okay with it. My mother like made it way more about herself and about me like being dishonest with her and blah blah blah. And my dad like scotched around it like it was nothing we ever talked about, and nothing that was ever acknowledged ever. So that wasn't the issue. I more so think about like the people can surprise you thing with like my adoption, which that's obviously in my brain because my adoption day is coming. But yeah, because for me, like with that specifically, like the only image of adoption that I ever had in my head was like the little orphan Annie. It's like, so either my parents are great or dead. um, and yeah, people can be disappointing in real life. Oh, I hate that. People who make your coming out about themselves. Yeah. It's fun. That was like, that's the infuriating part about Adam's reaction. Was that like reminded me a little bit. It was a much more toned down version, but a little bit of like how my mom reacted. Because it just was, and that's just the kind of person that she, like when I moved away, because her and I like cut communication. And then like a couple of years after that, I moved out of state and didn't tell her because I don't talk to her. She sent me like this long scathing message about like abandoning the family, blah blah blah, and how could I do this to her and whatever. And yeah, that's just like people like that do stuff like that make like coming out about them instead of the person that's like actually showing a substantial amount of courage and trying to be their most authentic self and yada yada. Those kind of people that do that, like, it's a whole freaking personality trait for them to just victimize themselves with other people's news and other people's like better parts of their life. Adam means well, but often says or does the wrong things. I am so okay with it with Adam because Adam is 19, I think. He's not a freshman, he's a sophomore, so like 19, maybe 20. And specifically with things like this, men are so much less trained, I guess, in how to react to someone's emotional revelations, to someone's to someone opening up to them, because it doesn't happen as often, not in like male friendships. Like something needs to happen for something like that to occur, as opposed to like friendships with a lot of females. Like a whole hangout session with some of my female friends are sitting down and talking about your feelings. With my male friends, a hangout session is going to like the park and playing basketball or playing video games or going and setting something on fire. I did that with girls too. But not that I like really set things on fire, but we'd like, I don't know, set off not fireworks or anything like that, but like but yeah, so it's much more difficult for men to foster those kinds of relationships where he has the experience and brevity to adequately be like, oh, this must be hard for you, or you're revealing something to me that I care about. Let me just actively listen to what you want to say. Is this something you want engagement on, or do you just want the space to talk? Like, men don't really have that or they don't have that breadth of knowledge around Adam's age. I'd have to look up his birthday, but yeah, 19 or 20. August 15th, 1986. So he's 20 at this point in the game. Carlos is April 22nd, 1986. So he's also currently 20. Yeah, exactly. I'm still bad at that. It's something that like takes a lot. Especially like I personally, I'm a fixer. I'm a problem solver. And it's in the last like few years, I've had to seriously tone it down and step back to where when people approach me, I have that response of like, am I listening? Are we problem solving? Are you asking for advice? Do you want me to be a yes man? What is the response you're looking from me? And I will satisfy it to the best of my ability. Like I literally have to spell that out for people. sometimes. If I feel myself just instantly jumping into this, like, oh, well, something wrong is in this person I care about's life, so I'm going to do everything in my power to fix it, and I'm going to make it better, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to, and it's like, it's not about me. It's about the person that's coming to me. I've heard that's a very good first question, even to just ask yourself, what is the goal of this conversation? That's also something that I learned as an actor. Yeah, it's something that transitioned into my regular life, is like whenever I'm engaging with people, there is a directive in some way. And same when people are directing to me, there is an objective. So figure this out together. Because the goal isn't always fix it. Exactly. Most often it's actually not fix it, at least with the people in my circle. Most of the time when people are talking to me, they are talking kind of just to talk. I have a lot of people that just like want to not have their thoughts in their brain anymore. And eventually, we already read that. I don't think that happened in my case, but it's nice to think about. In time, they will understand. Hope so. And you have friends here who support you. Yeah. We sit there for a bit in silence. I'm not sure what else to say, but James doesn't seem like he has anything else for the moment. Thank you. You're welcome. Always happy to talk. Hope this helped. Should get back to lines, but Q&A Saturday morning if you want. Why were they meeting on Sunday then? Was it just something that, like, him and Liz were doing? I head out of the room feeling a lot better once I'm standing in the hallways again. But despite my nerves, I somehow feel a strange sense of calm. Actually, that really did help me feel better about myself. It's that just getting it out, just having it not take up space up here, and having it just go out there. It's so useful. People are just randomly there throughout the week. That makes sense. I think from his message, it just made it sound like he was at like a Q&A meeting. But I get it. It's a club room, and those are just shared spaces. By the time I get back to the house, it's evening, and I have a quick dinner before retreating back to my room. I guess it's Sunday evening. I should figure out what I'm going to be doing this week. Hey, actually, I should tell you how my weekly planner works. Before I do, though, I just want to let you know that the date indicator in the top right is clickable to change the name of the save file. Wait, what? In case that helps you remember what you were doing later. What? Stream save! This is the main planner screen. Notes: Steve has started a weekly frat meeting on Tuesday evenings. Malik works the student center. Okay. Malik works the student center gym desk Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening. Chris, Jake, Nate, and company. And Nick? Well, I guess I get it. Yeah. Hannah would be the other person there. Play board games every Wednesday evening. Okay. This is the area where you select an activity for each time slot. The activities available may vary by the date and time slot. Notes will update on this game. Oh, hello. Notes will update as the game proceeds and offer a quick reminder of things that may affect your planning decision. For now, let's look at the stats. Click the View Stats button. Oh, hello. This is the screen showing all of my stats. The left display my friendships with the guys I can date. Chris is on there? You will actually need to save for that to do anything. It doesn't actually save for you. Oh, well then. Stream save. It even says it. Aha. down. So Yags also had stats like this, but they were hidden to you. Okay. The points of ZAGS were to make them visible. Oh my goodness, stream elements. Can you just chill? Like, I appreciate the promotion of me. Anybody, if you want to follow me on anything else, if you want to see pictures of me, there's my Instagram. If you want to see the same shorts that I put out on YouTube, there's my TikTok and there's my YouTube. But if you're on YouTube, it doesn't help you much. Once I start dating someone, it'll show our relationship status as well. Ooh. So we can actually like date before the end of the game and make that go well. Oh, that opens up libido. I just saw that one on the right. Okay, the planner notes are duplicated here for reference. On the right are my stats. The top two are the most important to track: happiness and libido. Yeah! Happiness reflects, well, how happy I am at the moment. Certain activities will become unavailable in the planner if this drops too low. Ooh. Okay. Not that this is comparable in many ways, but I did play this game before. Visual novel, very similar to this in certain ways, called Suppression Quest. And it had like the same kind of metric where like if you did things that helped with your depression, it opened up certain opportunities, and if you did things that didn't help it or exacerbated it, it closed those options but also opened different options. I like this kind of I like this kind of decision making. You should also watch my libido, as I may be forced to take drastic action if it becomes too pressing. Drastic action. I saw that mini games are a thing. I'm curious if that's what I think it's gonna be. Okay. The bottom 5 stats are relevant to my dating and social life: fitness, studiousness, gamingness, confidence, and frattiness. I love those. Fitness reflects how in shape I am, and Malik appreciates fit men. Studiousness is how I'm doing in school. Not only do I need to not fail out, but Chris appreciates when I study. Gamingness reflects my interest in board games, which naturally gets Jake more interested in me. But Jake is dating someone. Confidence reflects my acceptance of my sexuality, which is important to Nate. Wait a second. Are things not super kosher there? I'm aware that like they're open and whatever, but we know both of them. I feel like that's a little. That might not be a path I take. Or am I getting characters wrong? I'm 100% getting characters wrong. I like that. Wait, what you have going on in your head right now? You're not getting characters wrong. Jake and Nate are dating. Okay. I'm like, huh. Okay. Fitness, studiousness, gaming, and confidence also impact available activities and choices, in addition to getting me on the guy's good sides. Finally, brattiness is how dedicated I am to the frat house and my brothers. Click stats friendship to view additional stats. This is the screen showing all of my friendships. All of of them. Hello, everybody. Wait, so James is not a viable dating option? You can view either stats screen outside of planning time as well. For now, navigate back to the planning screen. Turn to planner. Use the planner, click on day and time slot. Click on Monday morning for now. This screen lists the different activities you can pick for the selected slots. The available options may vary based on the day and time. Reference the notes for tips. You can hover over an action for more information on it. Select whatever action you want. Workout, raising happiness and fitness. Out at the frat, hang out with whoever's around, raises frightiness and happiness, go to class. Do we have to? James is not a viable dating option. Oh. But he's so attractive. Okay. Well, that's fine. We have five other eligible bachelors that we will figure out if they are perfect for us. Also, I'm needing to position myself for the time. What time did I start? Okay, it's been 2.5 hours. I still have an hour and a half. Okay. We'll go to the gym. Excuse me. I need cough. The selected action shows in the selected slot. In addition, an estimate of the effect on my happiness is displayed at the top. Remember that my happiness may limit what activities can be selected during planning. You can save or load a default plan for the entire week to make the process a little easier. Once every slot is filled, once every slot is filled out, an execute plan button will appear in the lower right. You can adjust the speed of planner execution in preferences. And that's it! Guess I should actually figure this out now. Okay. Malik works Student Center Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening. Wait, I thought it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I must have gotten that wrong. Chris and company play board games every Wednesday evening. So wait, the gym will not benefit us in the morning. We'll actually go to class. But in the evening, we can go to the gym. And in the afternoon, we can... I'll figure that out in a minute. So Tuesday evenings, frat meeting. That's for sure. We got our for sure obligations. Okay, so that one's just crossed off. I have that down. All good. Link Works Center Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening. So Thursday we definitely can do gymming it for Malik. And Wednesday night. What do we want to do Wednesday? Go to the gym or do we play board games? I mean, board games is fine. That's 2 days with Malik. And plus it's not, I know this is thinking about it too much, but it's not really good to go to the gym without some sort of break or rest day. So. Okay, cool. So I have all of those as is. Good. Hang out at the actually frat leisure. Okay, we'll choose that for now. Frat house, not the frat house. Go to the gym. We probably should go to the gym, hang out, go to class. Okay, um. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I thought I was making the default right now. I didn't realize there was. Hang on. Override current plan with the saved plan. If I click this, it won't mess me up. Frat, 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 frat. It's correction. It is all frat. All right, go to class. 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 And then evening, we will go to gym. Wednesday, we'll play board games. We'll go to the gym on Thursdays. We will attend the frat meeting. All right, and then we'll go to the gym for that one. We can still maybe see him in the afternoon. All right, I think this is pretty good. Like, we'll be incredibly studious in the mornings. We will mix between the gym and frat in all of the afternoons, and then mix between gym, frat, and board games. Okay, so that's 4 gyms, 4 frats, 1 board game, 5 class. That seems like a pretty adequate adequate schedule. So I'll save that as the default for now. Until you have any. Oh, oops. The default spring break plan is all gym, I think, is what I'm thinking of. Fair enough. I mean, it's not like you could do class, and I assume most of the frat, it's a frat. They're probably not there for spring break. Let's be real. All right, real quick. Okay, so Monday and Thursday, gym. So we definitely are raising with Malik. The frat meeting to readiness class, and then the one time that we can do board games and such. Perfect. This should be good. Good. Holy McMull. All right, the week goes by quickly. I head to my genetics class Monday morning. It's fairly straightforward. Up what? Okay. I go to the hi. This is going by way too quick for me. All right. It's been Thursday after. Okay. I go to the gym to work out Thursday evening. Malik is there, and we have a quick conversation as well. I head to the genetics class Friday morning. It's fairly straightforward. Studiousness -1 happy. I spend Friday afternoon hanging out at the house. Most of the brothers are in class, so I play some Guitar Hero on my own. Plus Fridayness plus happy. Suddenly it's Friday evening. Is there a... The idea is you typically won't need to read it, so it goes fast. Okay. You can choose the speed and preferences if you want to read it. I would love that. I would love that so much. That was so stressful. Oh, rollback side? So I take it it's the rollback thing for planner speed. Click to continue. There we go. My brain, I got it. It takes me an extra second. I like knowing how things affect me. You know, just a quirk of mine. All right, so actually, before we start Friday, I want to see how that made things go. You're supposed to stop, sir. Okay, so I'm up with Chris. I'm up with Malik. My fitness has gone up a little bit. Studiousness has gone up a little bit. Gamingness-ish. Confidence didn't do a ton. And Fridayness went up like 4 points. My libido's at like 25. Okay. Did anything happen with any friends? Not really. Alright, back to the game. Cool. I meet Adam after classes on Friday. I bet you're happy classes are done. Any plans for tonight? It's been a while. We could see what movies are showing at the theater. Hopefully, Casino Royale isn't still showing. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Should we find Chris? That sounds fun. Should we find Tom? How about the gym? Maybe not today, something else? That sounds fun. Should we find Chris? Sounds like fun. I think he has biology last thing Fridays. We should still be able to catch him. Catch Chris walking out of the science building talking to James. He notices us and stops. I think back to my recent conversation with James, and for some reason, seeing him again makes me blush. Carlos? Adam? Hey, Carlos and I were going to go see a movie. You two interested in joining us? Chris looks over at James, who smiles. Need to run lines, but go have fun. Chris shrugs. What? I'm going to help James run lines. Oh, so the canonical ending was not the one that I got with James. Got it. Sure, maybe next time, dude. James nods at us before walking off. Chris close behind him. I feel weirdly jealous of Chris. So, shall we? We make our way to the theater and look at the list of movies. None of these sound familiar. The Hitcher? Oh my. Dude, is this gonna be one of those movies that reminds me of a dissection lab? Yes, it is. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Well, I don't know what any of these others are. The Cleaner sounds like it'll be some action film. We buy tickets and find seats to them. So, how was your first week? Okay, I guess. Just okay? I guess I'm continuing to have doubts about my major. Dude, you can switch majors. It's a thing. I'd say you should do that soon, but given you failed a major relevant class last semester, maybe it matters less? Yeah. We've been over this already, dude. Alright, I just mean that you should switch if you're not happy where you are. It's a perfectly normal thing to do. I guess. The room darkens in the middle. I guess we forgot to get any concessions. The movie ends up being really good. Even Adam seems to enjoy it. Okay, it was bad. But so bad that it became good again. Maybe? Well, it was better than doing homework. Of course. So, dinner? I was thinking pizza? That sounds good. We head to the yard. We're seated surprisingly quick for a Friday. I wonder if the waitress remembers us. The waitress brings us water and nods towards the kitchen, where we order our usual pizza. Looks like she does. Dinner's pretty uneventful, and it's always nice to spend time with Adam. He leaves for his room afterward, and I head back to the house. I spend the rest of the evening relaxing at the house. Saturday, January 20th, 2007. I wake up too early Saturday morning. James said he'd be at Q&A, but I don't think I'm ready for that experience again yet. I guess I could hit the gym before it gets busy, but sleeping in is always nice. Go to the gym, go back to sleep. Well, let's check out our stats. It wouldn't hurt us to go to the gym. I get dressed and head to the gym. Malik isn't working the desk this morning, so I quickly swipe in and find a treadmill. The gym is surprisingly busy, but I managed to get a good workout in anyway. Back at my room, and after a nice hot shower, I try to decide what I want to do with the day. Adam and Chris are probably studying, like always. I could hang with them and get lunch. Jake, Nate, and Nick might be set up for games in the student center. Find admin Chris, hang up with Brats, see if Jake, Nate, and company are playing. I feel like we just like introduced ourselves into that. Which is fine. That's a way to make it. Oh, this is gonna be my best friend now. I know I'm saying that this isn't something I want to explore, but God, if I'm not curious. I head to the student center. Nate, Jake, Hannah, and Nick seem to be there putting a game away. There seems to be an empty side of the table. Did I just miss Chris? Oh, hi, Carlos. We just finished playing Power Grid. Did you want to play something else with us? My goodness, I can hear Draco outside. He's going nuts. I know that I heard him already get fed, so I don't know what he's like going off about. I think Jake had wanted to go play some DDR. More board games sound good too. How about Settlers of Catan? It's new, right? We played it yesterday, but I'd do it again. I think it only plays 4 though. Nate and I can be a team. That sounds good. I sit on the free side of the table as Jake and Hannah set up the game and explain the rules. I end up starting 3rd and have some reasonable options. Start on easy sheep, hard stone, and medium clay. Start on medium wood and a wooden port. Start on medium clay, hard wood, and a 3-1 port. Let's do medium wood and a wooden port. I still don't quite understand the Settlers of Catan, but it is a game that we actually possess, so it's one that I kind of know. A second placement ends up giving me even more potential wood and some sheep. Rolls start out strangely, and I end up with very little. Sorry, dang cough. I could spend it on roads to diversify, or I could save it for settlement. Hate it when the dice kills your settlers games. I've only played once with my brother and his wife, and I did not do well, I don't. But my brother and I kept making jokes about giving each other wood, so, you know, that was fun. Hubby and I played a game where we had like 6, 7, 8 spot placements and never got beyond 4 points. It was bad. Yeah, we, like, Dorian and I keep saying that we're gonna, like, do more games. Actually, that could be, Madeline, you're still in. I think I found out what date nights are gonna look like. Different board games. And it could also be, like, family hangout nights. Yeah, we keep wanting to, like, get more into games. So we actually were trying to look up, like, more 2-person and, like, solo player board games, because apparently we just found out that single player board games are a thing. No one decided to give me that information. My goodness, I just freaked out for a second. I have one headphone. Merlin ate the other one of these. I thought these were what was in my ear, and so I was about to freak out that I didn't have my other headphone. The other one does not exist. I could spend it on roads to diversify, or I could save it for settlement. Build the roads now. I build the roads, managing to beat an attempt by Nick to box in one of my settlements. However, wood still remains scarce, and I have a hard time building another settlement. I could trade away my sheep for more wood and build more roads, or I could roll wood for a settlement. Hold on to the wood. And soon place settlements start generating wheat. Combined with wood crushing, it's enough to start making cities. Make even more wood. Increase wheat production. I make more wheat and start buying dev cards, which proves useful when Nick tries to block my wood production. While Nick and I fight it out, Hannah manages to take largest army and win. Nice job. That was fun. It's probably about time for lunch. Jake and I had plans, but if we all want to eat together... Okay, dude. Chill. No, you two go and have fun. Although, I should head back to the house. Want to get pizza, Hannah and Nick? Want to get pizza? I spent a lot of time at the frat house, so... I could do that. Sure, why not? I'll see all of you later then. Was that weird? The walk to the yard is awkward, and the place is surprisingly busy. We stand around the hostess stand waiting for a table. Okay, this is stupid. Nick, it bothers me that you don't seem to be broken up about this. Wait, what? I know it wasn't unexpected and all, and I know I broke up with you, but it just feels like you don't care. Whoa, this is maybe a little too personal for someone that you kind of just started playing board games with. It's weird because Hannah and Nick just broke up. That's right, yeah. You did the accidentally help mediate their breakup choice. I love when I'm accidentally in awkward situations like this. Which in my line of work actually happens fairly often. Carlos, of course, wouldn't know they just broke up. Right. I forgot at the end of ZAGS, when it's giving like the breakdown on everybody, it talks about them breaking up not long after. Oh my goodness, I forgot we're playing with so much more ironic knowledge than I realized. Because I know that like we have the ironic knowledge right now that Elliot is having seizures, but Carlos doesn't. Well, I guess Carlos does know at this point because it got spilled to him by, I think, Steven? Maybe? Excuse me, goodness. I know it wasn't unexpected and all, and I know I broke up with you, but it just feels like you don't care. And it's like I do care. Give them space, listen in. It's not something I can do anything about, so I guess it is what it is. I really did like you, Hannah. I do like you. I miss having you as a friend. And I know it's my fault, but I miss you too. It's not your fault. I guess in a lot of ways, it's what I needed too. We helped each other through that being away from home for the first time and everything. Yeah. Can I give you a hug? I'd like that. As if on cue, the hostess calls my name and we head to our table. Lunch ends up being a more pleasant affair than I'd expected. Thanks for this, Carlos. Yeah, thanks, man. I hope we'll see you on Wednesdays for games. I head back to the house afterward. I spend the afternoon hanging around the house and head back to my room after dinner. Stop that, no yawning. Adeline, then... Is there coffee? Is there more coffee? I sit at my computer and add Chris to my contacts, then stare at the IM list. Chris, James, and Elliot all appear to be on there. I'm not sure I should bother James again. He seems to always be so busy. I hit his contact for now, but keep it around, just in case. I could talk to Chris about his coming out experience. I also noticed that Elliot wasn't a choice on the stats menu. So, but I want to know his story, but I'm nervous that if I even click it, it'll be like, he's not online. Let's talk to Chris about coming out. Hey, it's Carlos. Hey, how are you? Good. I paused for a bit, staring at the blinking cursor. Can I ask you something? Yes? What was it like for you to come out? I mean, I know you told your parents over the phone and that went well. But in general, it was both easier than I expected and the hardest thing I've ever done. I told my best friend Janet first, or I guess it would be more accurate to say she found out, which is probably why it was easier than I expected, but that's a long story. I told Adam because it seemed only fair since we'd be living together, which was a lot harder. And then Jake and Hannah and Nick found out when Jake came out, and Hannah and Nick said they were straight. That was a little awkward, but I know they hadn't intended it to be, and it worked out well in the end. A bit before that, I also managed to go to Q&A, and I think James's advice on it was really helpful. Something like, come out in your own way, in your own pace. Oh god! That kind of makes it less special now that we're fully aware that that was something that he has rehearsed. I guess it was just nice to see someone that was so comfortable with their sexuality. And as James and I spent more time together, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it myself. Neither of us says anything. Thanks. Sorry your situation isn't. I think you'd said your parents wouldn't react well. Yeah. They dragged me back to Costa Rica and then probably disowned me or something. There's no shame in waiting to come out, I think. Especially if it would cause problems like that. Yes. The conversation moves to happier topics for me. Before I know it, it's gotten late and Chris says he wants to head to bed. Sunday, January 21st, 2007. I wake up sufficiently late on Sunday to a knock on my door. Oh, hey dude. Well, this is the opposite of what usually happens. We'd invite you to breakfast, but it's lunchtime now. Yard? I don't think we had other plans. Yeah, that sounds great. Just give me a minute to get dressed. I notice Chris tear his gaze away from me. Maybe I should wear the shirt around him more often. I get changed and quickly join them in the hallway. Ready? The restaurant is busy, so we stand in the area by the hostess stand and wait for a table. Our class is this semester. Chris shrugs. Fine. Real question, dude, is how our class is for you this semester. Give me some credit, Chico. I've been going to classes. Some classes. Yeah, I realize we've literally gone to we went to it every day of the week, but we went to one class. I forgot if ZAGS has a Sprite dress-up option so you can see it better. But that white shirt is really tight on Carlos. I feel that right now because this shirt is actually a touch tight for me. But I kind of figured it was probably something that was a little bit more risque and revealing. So I figured it was either really tight and showed his tonedness, or it was transparent. While I'm breaking away from the game for a minute, I am out of coffee. Wow. So I'm gonna go refill real right quick. So it should literally be 2 seconds. What is that? Is that like a dancing happy bear fish? Oh my goodness, that is adorable. Ah, that's so cute. It's like a dino, but it kind of looks like Red Riding Hood too. uh, are those cheering pickles? Bananas? Pickles? What are these? Are these your own emotes? No, they're sills. Got it. Dancing dino. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Oh my goodness! So these actually look a lot like... Oh my god, that's right, I can't use them anymore. Boo. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's so cute! Still emotes. Oh my god, okay. Wait, okay. Repeatedly, I've started writing a game. I'm current. Woo! Related. Ooh. Holy. That's moly. Okay. I cannot. Brain, what do I want to do? I'm gonna move over to just chatting for just a minute because this is in my brain. And I'm gonna not have my computer explode. Because TV, and I'm not gonna go to Digi's page right now because while he is absolutely amazing, love him, I know that his is going to be very loud. Josh the Tate. Look at him. Gonna do a little follow there, and then Sil la 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 la. Silla la la la. Who's not in the stream anymore, and it crashed by the time she left. That's not a problem because I have it right here. Here we go. Cool. I wanted to follow them. So, and actually, I'm also following you, which I realize is not a great thing. That should be correct. Yes, okay, cool. Cool. Relatedly, after I derail myself and like look awkwardly close to my camera, I started writing a game I'm currently calling a daddy dating sim because all the love interests are 40-year-old men. So, yes, indeed. Silfred, I've streamed like 3 times. It's gonna be good to know when you do it for your 4th time. That sounds really cool. How far in the like development process? You. Yeah, I know my best fan, because she's definitely not my best friend, she's my best fan. The elusive Mad. She just got done playing oh god, what was it called? Dream Daddy. Yeah, she played that I think for Valentine's Day. I think that was her stream. And that it looked super interesting. And given that I like this series, I think that'd be I think that'd be something worth looking into. Brain. Started it last week. I haven't written a game that's this planned since Zags. Mad, you're walking my dog right now. You're not supposed to be in chat. So it's been fun getting back to all the choice tracking. So probably not 2024. I mean, whatever. I'm following you on freaking everything now, so I'll know when it comes out. That's all I care about. I didn't go, Bish. Oh. Okay, you didn't even go and you still couldn't get me coffee. I had to get it myself. But daddy dating sim. So, incidentally, this is a funny aha moment. For anybody that watches Parks and Recreation, it is the epitome of great comedy from that era. Literally like the day after Mad played her, sim, uh, we watched Parks and Rec, and it was an episode where Ron Swanson was getting he was getting noticed for he was getting some sort of like award acknowledging him. And they were oh no. It was they were at a like family park picnic thing for I think for the town. And his ex-wife showed up and he asked her, "What are you doing here?" And she walked up and was like, "Oh, I'm just trolling for some daddy." Oh, wait, I said that wrong. Looking for some daddy. Best line that I had ever heard. And I regretted not remembering it. That way I could have put it in Mad's chat. uh, um we ignore Mark's existence. Wait, I just got it. Yeah, trolling for some daddy. No, some dad D. I've heard that line before and just got it. It was so great. Like I think it was literally the day after Valentine's Day. Matt and I like woke up and we went into the living room and we just sit and watch TV and have coffee. And that was literally like the first couple of minutes of the episode. Just trolling for some dad D. It was the greatest thing. We just absolutely cracked up. This game will definitely have a lot of dad D. I still so this week I'm for Saturday I'm having a Yags video. And so I obviously have to play it through again. And I'm debating if it's worth it to have to edit it, censor it myself to just play it through with the with the downloaded Sprite content that you gave me. I'll email you a Sprite preview for. Ooh, please do. Also, Dream Elements, chill. Literally, you take up my whole damn screen. I can't even freaking see chat. Anyways, get back into the game. I suppose that's better than nothing. Soon we're led to a table and the waitress looks at us expectantly. A large pizza with pineapple and jalapeno. Should we get something different since Chris is with us? I mean, I guess we'll stick with what we know. Waitress nods towards the kitchen. So, they match. So, this is Rush Week, right? Hey, I was right. We're gonna be here for Rush Week. Chris looks at me confused. Rush is when we get a bunch of prospective pledges over to the house and paddle them until they decide to join. Well, at least the first part. And yes, that's this week. It feels strangely like this is it, Dude. Like, remember last year? I was so excited for this because we'd been hanging out and it was a chance to finally make that official in a way. And I guess it was a decent enough experience and it was great to make so many new friends. But dude, I don't fit in. And I know I've been missing a lot of events lately, but this isn't just an event or something. It's a week of events, and I both don't want to and don't really have time to attend. So don't go. That's what comes with the frat membership. It'll be fun. So, supportive of his decision, he will leave the frat. Reminding him of obligation. Being optimistic. I feel like it would both be Carlos and my personality to be more optimistic, because I don't want to say this with the knowledge that, like, right now is honestly not the time. Like, if he's going to leave, it should have maybe been before rush week, right? But also, I feel like this is kind of a dick move. Just be like, well, you don't have an option. So reassuring him that it'll be fun. And honestly, like, while weeks are busy, you kind of can fit anything into it. Statistically, there have been studies done about people like tracking their weeks. And when people have stuff like thrown at them, like a water heater goes out or something, people always find an extra X amount of hours to solve problems. So, I mean, Adam, you kind of are just being a little bit of a bitch about this. Passed out people in the stench of beer isn't my idea of fun, dude. That's only Friday. The other evenings are more standard social events, I guess. Okay, well, if Friday's like a big party, miss that. Like, make an appearance, show your pretty face, show your cyan eyes, and then dip. Have like a drink and then dip. Honestly, I'm loving your reactions to Adam's dilemma. I just, like, I get it. I've made obligations that I didn't commit to, or that I committed to and didn't want to do. And sometimes I just saw the say no to droogs, say yes to pizza sign. But, like, you have to kind of come to terms with it. Like, it's way more awkward when you kind of just, like, let it slide and sort of make, like, you don't just cut it. You don't affirmatively say, like, I can't do this, so I will not. Or if you don't commit to your obligation and try to make the best out of it. If you don't choose one of those options, the middle ground usually is not a great experience for anybody involved. So just, that's my personal opinion on it. So Adam's kind of needing to nut up a little bit. What's the plan for the day? I think Chris and I were going to do homework. Boring. It wouldn't hurt for you to actually do some work for once either. Or we could go to the gym. I think there were board games. Hit the gym, study with Adam and Chris. See if board games are happening. Hang around the frat house. We should study. Fine, let's go study. Or I change my mind about this. I mean, I'll take it. I spend most of the afternoon in Chris and Adam's room doing some homework with them. It's not usually my idea of a good time, but the company does make it better. Eventually, Chris leaves to meet up with James. And Adam looks at the clock. That was a really productive afternoon. I'm glad you did this with us, dude. Yeah, now that my brain is sufficiently full, it's time for a nap. Guess that's fair. I might see you for dinner, I guess. I think I'm just going to read here for a bit. I head back to the house and end up playing video games with some of the brothers instead. Partway through a Guitar Hero song, I feel a pair of arms circle around my waist. Your attempts to distract me will not work, dude. Part of me thinks it's Tom, and then another part of me thinks that it's like Ashley? Who are you calling dude? There's an exasperated sigh behind the speaker, and I pause the game. I was right! The arms around me turn out to belong to Ashley, or is it Lee, who's staring at me with a look that makes me a little uncomfortable. Her sister is close by looking annoyed. They're probably looking for ZAGS again. Haven't seen you since last semester. Bet you've been missing the two of us. We should probably get going, Ash. You two aren't quite matching today. I know, can you believe Ash didn't want to dress alike all the time anymore? Very funny, Ash. Ashley, or is it Lee, releases me and smiles. Well, we have a threesome to find, so if you're not interested now, you can come to find us later, or whatever. Is this the drastic measures? Because I was thinking it was going to be like some solo action. She runs her fingers down my chest to my shirt buttons before heading to the room. Maybe? Shakes her head. Maybe. Oh god. Sorry about her. Is Lee, like, supportive of us? It's nice to see you again, though. I hope you had a nice break. Yeah, went to California with Adam. It was nice there. That's good. She looks toward the doorway. I should go, but the offer does stand, though. If you ever want to hook up, we're not hard to find. I watch her leave. Sex is always nicer than handling things myself. That was where I thought it was going? Even if it's a girl, I guess. I mean, you're in a fraternity. You have your own room. You actually are in the, like, rare college situation of being able to handle things yourself without it needing to be like a scheduled thing or super awkward. I just wish I had the courage to hook up with a guy instead. I mean, Dan is right there. Then I wouldn't have to think of someone else during sex, and the twins can't give me what I really want anyway. Ooh! Okay. Finding out Carlos's preferred position. Of course, having someone I could care for too would be nicer. The brother playing with me pokes me with the end of his guitar. Sorry, just considering their offer. I unpause the game and we continue. Soon, Chef walks in and announces it's time for dinner. Tom and Steve are sitting together at a table talking. Tom notices me and waves me over. Hey, bro. Come join us. We were just talking about Rush. It's gonna be great. Gonna get shit-faced every night. It's about the pledges, huh? It's about the pledges, eh? Right, Canadian. You're right for what it's worth. I'm glad that you got that from the dialogue. You're right for what it's worth. Well, I'm glad for that. I knew that the mini games were a thing, and my brain instantly. I know that the mini games are, I think, for like playing the board games, but my brain instantly went to like, is a mini game gonna end up being like, there's a game out there where you're a dude. The mini games are not lewd. But it was fun in my brain that there is a game out there where you're a young gentleman feeling a kind of way, and you have to do it without getting caught. And so my brain kind of was like, that would be an interesting side game if we have to take drastic measures. But no, drastic measures are Lee and Ashley. Which is a little bit more drastic than, than, you know, spending some quality alone time. It's about the pledges, eh? Not the drinking. Technically speaking, you shouldn't even be drinking. Tom laughs and playfully punches his arm. Right, okay. I'll get shit-faced with the pledges. Hope to see you around this week, Carlos. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to Zach about some logistics. You two have a nice dinner. Tom slaps me on the back and grins. You gonna drink with me this year, big bro? You know I don't like to drink. Maybe. Steve is right, you really shouldn't be drinking. Awkward? Well, maybe. Although I'm worried I might do something that gives myself away if I do. I'll take it. We'll get shit-faced together and it'll be amazing. Adam walks into the room looking a little uncomfortable. He scans the room, finds us, and heads over. Hey bro, joining us for dinner? Yeah, I guess. How've you been? Not bad. We were talking about Rush. Oh. He looks at me and sighs. Yeah, Carlos and I were talking earlier about it. We'll hope you'll be around to help show the newbies a good time. I think the food's ready. Should we eat? Dinner's pretty quiet, and Adam quickly excuses himself after he finishes. Afterwards, I head back to my room. I guess it's Sunday evening again. Alright. Time to plan. Hey, I'm about half happy. That's pretty good. I would say they're not, not everyone can say that they're half happy. Steve's weekly frat meeting is Tuesday evening, so we definitely. It's rush week at the frat, so I should hang around in the evening. Malik works Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening. Work. And then they play games with. Okay, this is just 1 week, and it's actually a pretty important thing. So we'll hang out at the frat. We'll go to the gym and hang out at the frat. And then we'll alternate. I will go to class, go to class, go to class, go to class, and go to class. Actually, we went to our morning class last week, so we'll go to class on that day. We'll go to the gym, go to the gym, hang out at the frat a little bit, go to the gym, and go to the gym. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gym sessions. 1, 2, 3, 4 frat house things. And then obviously Friday will be like that big party, so that'll be frat house as well. It's your first real planner conflict. You'll get more of those. See, the thing is that, like, I don't know. I think I might try and go after Malik. In more of like a romantic sense. I probably can like get it on with Dan if we can raise that a little bit. Although Chris and I are already like good friends. We could date, but Malik and I are also kind of building it. About this Jake and Nate thing. It makes me like so weirdly ooked out, especially because like Nate, if you're on hard mode, Malik is harder to start than you. I noticed that the instant one is hard mode, and part of me was like, should I tone it down for my first playthrough? But nah, we play hard here. We're so hard we tap the table. We're good. Well, that's probably obvious, but Malik has a specific requirement on hard mode. Is it to be physically fit? Don't give it away. Don't give it away. I don't know. I don't know. I think that almost makes me want it more though, because oh my god, it means that it's a challenge, and Patrick's all about the challenge, you know. Curious how we get our libido down. I'm sure that will make itself obvious because we're only on week 5. What is that one? Hype! Little cow hype! How often does Josh stream? I noticed he has like a freaking million followers on Twitch. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to change the default too because I don't want us to just go to the same class every single day. So, but I think this is a plan I want to. Week goes by quickly. I had to my genetics class Monday morning. It's fairly straightforward. Up with sturdiness, down with happiness. I go to the gym to work out on Monday afternoon. It's pretty quiet. Adam and I hang out with some prospective pledges Monday evening. I enjoy the opportunity, but Adam seems uncomfortable the entire time. I go to the gym to work out on Tuesday morning. It's pretty quiet. I attend my Spanish literature class Tuesday afternoon. And it's at least an easy class. Tuesday evening, I sit with Tom and Adam and listen to Steve discuss the importance of Rush and go to other remaining events the rest of the week. I head to the genetics class Wednesday morning. It's fairly straightforward. I find some potential pledges hanging around at the house Wednesday afternoon and talk to them about the frat. I go to the gym to work out on Wednesday evening. Malik is there and we have a quick conversation as well. I go to the gym to work out on Thursday morning. It's pretty quiet. I attend my Spanish lit class Thursday afternoon. It's at least an easy class. Adam and I hang out with some prospective pledges. Go to the gym to work out Friday morning. Friday afternoon is molecular biology. I begrudgingly attend the lecture. Wow. Wow. Do we have like a class schedule somewhere? Does it matter how much we go to each class? Josh is 2 to 3 days a week and he just hit 600 followers. That's a freaking million. Okay, cool. I will have to check him out. Cause yeah, he looked interesting. And obviously I like met him last week, right? Obviously it would have to be last week. Freaking Tuesday. Yeah, he seemed like a cool guy. Brain. Suddenly, it's Friday evening. The big party! Also, just making sure I'm still good on time. I still have another 40 minutes. I guess the big party for Rush is tonight. I should be there, but frat parties also turn into vomit fest, and I'm worried I might slip up if I drink. I mean, if you're drinking, but also everyone else, does it matter? Carlos does have a class schedule, but for gameplay purposes, it doesn't matter which classes you go to. Studiousness is just one stat. That's fair. My over-analytical brain thinks and is like, well, should we have him like, I don't know. Should we have him go to all of these classes at like an even keel rate? Also, I'm not noticing any rewards like in ZAGS. Is that not a thing in this one? Because I haven't gotten like molecular biology, page 4, or what have you yet. Also, I did not check the stats. Oh my goodness, we jumped 10 points in libido. Okay, but our fitness and our studiousness, we are strong and getting smart. Or getting strong, getting smart. Gamingness is a little subpar right now. Confidence is a little subpar. Brattiness is at a pretty good level, especially for like rush week. You know. Yes, you received it. Thank you, Restream. This game has My Room unlocks instead, and they'll mostly all unlock at the end of the game based on your friendship and routes. Okay, perfect. So I'm not missing anything, because that's where my brain freaks out if I miss things. Which is why I love these games that like have replayability to them, because I don't feel like I have to fit everything into one. Something that I can go back to and find other ways to get things. My Room is the combination image gallery, minigame, replay thing, and behind the scenes book. Oh, perfect. Attend the rush party, head to the gym and see if Malik is there, try to find Jake, Nate, and company. Attend the rush party, because it's rush week. The common room is already full of brothers setting up large tubs of beer cans or chatting about potential pledges. Large tubs of eggs? Eggs? Tom knows the mean waved me over. Hey bro, I got something special to pregame. Pulls that bottle of vodka from behind the table and grins. Oh my goodness, to be in college and have that be like a thing. You said you drink with me. Okay, when I was in college, I went to like an end of the year party, and I was a little bit late, which whatever, like with any party, whatever the start time is, like add half an hour to an hour and show up then, especially in college. By the time I got there, hey, these are friends that I still like talk to and know, and planning on seeing when we meet. They charged me at the door for like alcohol inside. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I know them. They're like party hard. I'm like, I'm assuming they got good stuff, and they probably got it quite plentiful. I go inside, and there literally are just empty bottles on the table. Like, there at one point was some vodka, there at one point was some whiskey, there at one point was some gin. But every single bottle was empty. And even like the beer was gone. Like there was maybe a couple of beers, but it oh no, you cannot turn off. I'm sorry, sir. You have to keep going. I will die. I will die if you turn off. Yeah, I felt so ripped off by my friends because I'm like, oh, I just paid them for alcohol that I now don't have. And there were friends that I had there that were like blitzed off. And I'm like, you're fun, but I would have more fun with you if either we were both drunk or if we were both sober. So, and then there were people that were like all different kinds of mixes of it. And then there were some people that also had, you know, extracurricular stuff there. And so I was trying to like kind of nail him down to be like, hey, can I get something? And the only friend that like I knew was carrying something, she was like, oh yeah, sure, definitely. And then like walked away and left. I'm like, what is this? What is going on tonight? Very interesting. And it was like the one right before I graduated. Like, what is going on here today? And they got like gas stations. Oh no, you can't charge people and not get enough. Right? It was something. Yeah. Well, and like, what's funny is that at the door, like, they were gone too. So it wasn't like they could just send someone out to like go get more, because obviously they, were already trashed. So it just was, I don't know, kind of disappointing. I also got robbed at that party. That's not the one. I was like, wait, I think that night actually turned out pretty cool, but no, I'm thinking of a different party. But yeah, that was like not a great end of college party. I said maybe. I know. Yeah, what's funny is that like that was the end of semester party, and the semester before that, I went to like the same party. But it was BYOB, which was fine. I don't think I brought anything. Or no, oh, that's right. That's what happened. I did. I have like a little flask, and my friend, she like snuck booze in a tube of sunscreen. So I was like drinking out of a flask, and she was like drinking out of a sunscreen tube. So she just like was pumping it into her mouth. I probably should not be keep making that hand gesture on stream. But it was hilarious to watch. And then I ended up spending the night with another one of my friends. And oh my god, college parties are really something else. He slaps my arm and come on, bro. These parties are always better when you're a little buzzed or shit-faced. What's the difference, really? There's a difference. There is a difference. He takes a swig from the bottle and passes it to me. I stare at it for a bit before doing the same. It burns going down, and I cough as Tim slaps my back. Let's do this! I help the brothers set up and then park myself at the foosball table, chatting with potential pledges as I play. One of them jokes that I should drink some more so the odds would be more fair and offers me a beer. Yes, because it's college. I quickly chug the beer, trying to get through the taste as quickly as possible. It sticks around in my mouth anyway. Tom reappears between games, looking a little more drunk. Bro, want to get some more beer? Haven't you had enough beer? Tom laughs and slaps my back. Come on, bro, just grab some beer. It's crowded in the dining room. Fine, whatever. Oh! Minigame, Beer Hunt. Help collect the correct beers for Tom. Memorize the colors or shapes of beer that Tom requests. Fetch those types of beer in any order, and then give them to Tom in the correct order. Okay. Based off of this, red star, purple square, blue circle, green triangle? Okay. Great. I want 3 cans in this order. Blue circle, green triangle. If it doesn't taste... It just doesn't taste right if it's not in that order. Blue circle, green triangle. Blue circle, green triangle. Yeah, I got it too. Okay, I can carry 4 cans, so I'd better make them count. Blue circle, green triangle. Cool. And then do I just take another one? Oh, I know what you've done. That appearing. So the not terrible party, but the other one, I had a boyfriend the entire time through college, so it was not as lewd. Although I did weirdly get approached, like, going to the bathroom at one of the parties. But the other night, I think if I'm remembering correctly, one of my friends, like, told me a story about her being at a separate party that I was apparently supposed to have been invited to. And she accidentally, like, macked on this dude in front of her boyfriend. And then after she told me that, we, like, went to the park at 2 a.m. and I ended up streaking. So college party is lead to very strange things. So, you know, accidentally, right? It like, you had a lot of fun in college. I had a moderately good time in college. Yeah, no, if I remember correctly, she like went to a party without her boyfriend, accidentally, you know, how accidents happen. She got drunker than, I'm assuming I just take whatever one, so we'll do that. She went to the party, got a little more inebriated than she thought, was like hard flirting with this dude, and then, oh, that's right, it's all coming back to me. God, college flashbacks. No, she was talking with another one of our friends, like outside the house, being like, oh my god, I can't believe that I like was flirting with him so hard. He's so attractive, blah blah blah. And he was like, it was at the dude's house that she was macking on, or at his apartment or whatever. And she didn't realize that as she was like unloading all of this on our friend, who was also his roommate, her boyfriend like pulled up while that conversation was transpiring. So, yeah. College, man. Bro, did you get them? I think so. Well, give them to me. Remember the order? Do. Yeah, that's good, bro. Thanks. Another bro calls Tom's name from somewhere in the room. I'll see you later, bro. You head off to the crowd and set up the foosball table again. You unlocked a new minigame, Beer Hunt. Find it in my room. Adam shows up a while later as I'm trouncing a group of 3 pledges. Hey, dude. You made it! Have you been drinking? Maybe. You shake his head. I know. Wow. Yeah. And there goes Stream Elements again. I guess I should mingle or something? I'll see you in a bit. He disappears into the crowd and I play a few more rounds of foosball, but I start feeling like I should mingle a little. Go chat with pledges in the dining room, stay stationed at the food. Let's go chat with some more pledges. You make your way to the dining room, which is full of people and the smell of greasy fried food. I grab a dish of fries and find a group of pledges that look a little overwhelmed, spending some time talking to them about the house. My brother comes by the table with an armful of beer cans. Drink! I accept the beer and down it quickly. Adam reappears a while later. I think the vomiting has started. I'm not looking. Cleaning up tomorrow. I throw an arm over his shoulder. He smells nice and feels good too. Dude, are you okay? Just thinking of you. Okay. Let's go find a place for you to sit where it's a little quieter. He finds an empty spot on the floor and plops me down in it before sitting down next to me. I lean against him and bury my face between his shoulder and neck, resisting the urge to nibble his skin. Oh my. Dude. I place his arm around me. He doesn't resist too much. He's warm and solid against my side. This is comfortable. He shakes his head. I really shouldn't have come tonight. So if you're streaming for another 20 minutes, I would recommend you switch the nudity option to the lowest one now. Set up through. Censored or no, none of these? Which one's the lowest one? You want none? Oh, none! Haha! There we go. Unless you want to read explicit text on stream. I think I'm good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. We sit for a while in silence, Adam sitting very still the whole time. I attempt to stand and find some food just as Tom stumbles into the room, noticing us, and makes his way over, holding Eva's hand and pulling her along. Hey, brah! He tries to slap me on the back, but misjudges the distance, falls against the wall. Eva giggles. Bro, Eva and I need some alone time. He slurs his words, but I'm probably not in a much better position myself. Have you used your room? My roomie is using mine. What's mine is yours, dude. I wouldn't mind watching. Because you just made some choices. Oh my. Tom and Eva disappear up the stairs and I watch them leave. So, that was a thing. I try to rack my brain for some excuse to follow them, but come up blank. I'm gonna go to my room. Wait, what? I need something there. Dude, Tom and Eva are having sex in your room. You probably wouldn't want to walk in on them. But I need something from my room. Dude, what you need is a glass of water. Stay here and I'll get you. He disappears and I take the opportunity to head upstairs. I did make some choices, didn't I? I stand outside the door to my room, which is cracked open. I can hear Eva's pleasant laugh and Tom's grunting from within. I peek through the gap. Eva seems to be on my bed wearing just her top, and Tom stands on the floor and sloppily Wow! Made some choices. I can't help but stare. Yep. Little explicit. A lot bigger than I would have expected. In my drunken state, I'm clearly not being as covert as I think I am, because Eva looks over at me and shrieks, pushing Tom away and throwing my bedsheet over her. Tom looks over at the doorway and straight at me. Bro, what you doing, bro? You spying on my girl? Think she's hot so you come sneak a peek? Get out! I stumble backward out of the room, but Tom follows, pushing my chest with his hands. Dude, you're gonna walk out like that where there's a party going on? He chose the maybe option in response to Tom's drinking question. And I was like, I just needed a thing. Brah! Yep. I head back down the stairs into the crowd, but he follows me. Come back here. You don't mess with my girl, brah. I don't care who you are. Dude, what's happening? Tom, go put on some clothes. This idiot walked in and was having sex. Another brother grins and tries to high-five me. I leave him hanging. Steve pushes his way through the crowd and seems to angrily direct Tom back upstairs. I don't care that I'm naked. Steve and another brother manage to drag him back up the stairs. Adam drags me outside and we sit on the steps. We're silent for a bit. Yeah, yes he is. College. Dude, what were you thinking? I needed something from my room. The excuse sounds terrible now. Yeah, the cold air kind of sobering you up. Uh-huh. We were sitting there in awkward silence. I'm gonna go. I might see you tomorrow. He stands and leaves before I can say anything. Alright, so I'm gonna watch this drop. That is not gonna stay there. I realized I'd forgotten my coat and shiver, wrapping my arms around myself. Hey, that was the thing I had robbed from me. At that party that I was mentioning. Steve appears in the doorway looking at me for a bit before sitting down next to me. Okay, I don't know what happened, but we can't have this, Carlos. Sorry. Apologize to Tom and Eva tomorrow. They're in his room now, but you should probably avoid them for the rest of the night. He pats my shoulder before heading back into the house. I sit there for a while, not really feeling the cold. My brother eventually comes by and asks if I need anything, snapping me out of my thoughts. I head back to my room. I spend the rest of the evening distracting myself with internet videos, trying not to think about how much I screwed up the evening. I get changed and head to bed, not looking forward to the mess that awaits me in multiple ways, because it doesn't sound like that's going to be a fun cleanup. I wake up early Saturday morning with a horrible headache and head downstairs to see if, by some miracle, Chef is up and sober enough to have made breakfast. A surprising number of brothers seem to be conscious in the dining room. Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of them had a hard stop on the drinking when one of them stumbled out naked. That usually puts a shock into the party a little bit. And here's why I told you to change the censor option. Here? And they're surrounding some sort of commotion in the middle of the room. Cool. I make my way there to find, to my surprise, Whoa! Tom and Adam doing the do on the table as a bunch of brothers cheer them on. We are clearly asleep. Tom's sloppily doing his thing the same way he was to Eva, and I absentmindedly wonder if he's still drunk or if he was drinking all night, or if he's just bad. If he's just bad at it. Dude, what's going on? This is supposed to be revenge? They don't respond, but instead continue until they reach their climaxes. Watching them simultaneously makes me both incredibly jealous and feeling a certain way. I barely have to do anything before finishing as well. I suddenly jolt awake, finding myself back in my room, sweat dripping off my forehead, and a warm, sticky mess in my underwear. Interesting. That was a dream. Oh, that was a very certain kind of dream, sir. I am never drinking again. Yeah, you say that now. I lie there for a bit, trying to catch my breath and feeling a bit guilty about the whole thing. But given what happened with both Tom and Adam last night, it doesn't make sense that my subconscious would pull something like this together. I mean, yeah. As the after effects of the morning events wear off, the headache that turns out to be real makes itself known. I get myself some water, change my underwear, and manage to drift back to sleep. I wake up again a bit later, with headache only slightly better. I get changed and decide to see if Chef has anything to eat, and to help clean the house. I head downstairs. Most people seem to be passed out still from the party. I grab a trash can and start gathering up cans and cups. Adam shows up a couple hours later as I'm starting to clean some of the tables. Dude, this place is disgusting. You're telling me. Adam sighs. Can we talk about last night? What's there to talk about? Dude, did you fuck in on Tom and Eva? You did get a thing? I don't believe that for 1 second, dude. I don't know what you want me to say, Chico. I want you to tell me the truth. I really forgot something in my room. It was the alcohol. Wanted to see Tom naked. It was the alcohol. I'm sure the other one is also true, but he would not have acted on that in that way. I don't doubt that. I don't know what else you want me to say, dude. He stares at me for what feels like forever. You know what? Forget it. Let's just go clean up this mess. He grabs a sponge and begins wiping down some of it. We spend the rest of the morning cleaning the place with an increasing number of brothers joining. Chef comes back with tomato juice and later some sandwiches as we work. Haven't seen Tom around. Probably nursing a horrible hangover. Maybe that's just as well. He doesn't remember last night. Sometime in the afternoon, the house seems to mostly be presentable again and smell distinctly less like old booze and vomit. Adam and I settle down at a table with some sodas. I could have gotten so much work done this morning instead of dealing with this mess. Didn't have to help Chico. Adam just shrugs. I can't ditch all my frat responsibilities. So, since the common room is clear now, want to see if Guitar Hero's open? I could do that. Oh, hello. Yikes, okay. We head to the common room. Tom and Steve are there. Steve seems to be giving Tom a lecture about something. Gee, I wonder what it's about. Bro, come on. You have a problem, eh? I'm trying to help. Tom looks over at me and stares at me for a second, before turning back to Steve. Bro, I do not drink too much. Steve shakes his head. This isn't a request, Tom. Steve looks over at me. I expect you to not drink this week, and I expect Carlos to hold you to that. Man, screw this. He storms out of the room and Steve sighs. Another thing I don't need to deal with. Sorry, just let me know if Tom tries to have any alcohol this week, eh? He walks out of the room. There's silence for a bit. Brother on the couch makes eye contact with me and shrugs. To be fair, Steve is right. Tom was a little out of control last week. You shouldn't even be drinking. None of you should. Adam, you are still only 20, sir. You should not be drinking either. Granted, I don't think you did. Actually, I'm pretty sure you did not have a drink. But okay, you have the right to say a little bit. So, Guitar Hero looks free. We play Guitar Hero for a while until dinner is ready. Adam decides he's not up for dinner at the house and heads back to his room. I grab a plate of food and find an empty seat. 2 minutes later, one of the twins sits next to me and wraps her arm around mine. The other stands with a plate of food behind her. Carlos, we've been missing you. We didn't get a chance to hook up last night. Sorry, is it okay if we join you? Yeah, sure. Wait a second. Okay, that actually went down. Oh, well, it would have had to, right? Because of this morning. Lee sits next to her sister and starts picking up the roast chicken. Where's Adam? I've been dreaming of taking both of you at once. Maybe seeing if you're, Ash, can we not do this right now? I just want to have dinner. I also don't know if I want to think about doing nasty with Adam right now. Even if it's not with Adam. Well, it's not my fault you still have a hangover from last night. Only because I had to deal with you all night and didn't get to drink enough water. Ashley tugs on my arm. Well then, Carlos and I are going to do it without you. By all means. Come on, Carlos. Okay, I just want to hear it. We don't need drastic measures right now. Jesus effing Christ, what does a girl have to do to get laid around here? At a frat house? Walk into another room. She storms off. Sorry about her, as usual. I can leave you to your meal. It's okay, I don't mind the company. It's just been one of those days. Okay. We sit and eat together and talk a bit about her class. Wait a second. No. Okay. I didn't know if she was a friend that we have a bar with. We sit and eat together and talk a bit about her classes. Soon the food's gone and she excuses herself. Thanks for the meal. End conversation. I'll see you around. I head back up to my room. I sat at my computer and stare at my IM list. Chris and Elliot appear to be online. Ooh. Eyes. She doesn't have a friendship stat, but getting along with them increases Steve's friendship. Oh, cool. Okay. I dig it then. Talk to Elliot, talk to Chris, hang out around the house. Let's see what's up with Elliot. We can confirm that he's online. My hand shakes as I click on Elliot's screen name and type into the window that appeared. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Elliot. That's great. Good to hear from you. Rush just finished, right? Yeah. Didn't spend as much time here as I should have. Lies. The lies. But met some new people anyway. That's good at least. Sad. I'm sad to have missed it. I guess the house always feels like the place I belonged, you know? Tom got really drunk. That's not surprising. Tom always embraced that particular aspect of our parties. Steve made him stop drinking at least for a week, I think. Good old Steve. He's probably trying to get Tom to realize how much he's into drinking right now and help him see he doesn't need it. Yeah. I paused for a bit staring at the cursor and wondering if I should talk to Elliot about what happened with Tom. Then Elliot continues talking and the moment is... Fair enough. So get any good new pledges? Surprised Steve hasn't told you all about them. Oh, excuse me. Calling Miss Molly. Okay, coffee. He's told me some stuff, but I'm always interested in hearing your opinion. I feel a weird sense of hope from that statement. My feelings for Elliot come flooding back. Have a few guys who seem decent who are looking at pledging this week. Tom wants a little, I think. So after what happened, hopefully he'll still get one. That's nice. Drinking? It feels like a leading question, but I decide I feel too weird talking about it. This might lead to some questions about me that I don't know if I can talk about right now. Yeah. Tom would be a great big for the right pledge. Like, you always seemed like a great choice for him. I know you and Adam already had a thing before he pledged, but you and Tom are both easygoing and both joined the frat for fun. And now I've screwed all that up. I mean, this is an awkward situation, but it's one that you can bounce back from because there was like wrong on both sides. Do anything from Sonic? I got you a small shake so far. I'm getting their fish sandwich. If you wanted to get me tots and mozzarella, I have money. That would be awesome. Thank you. I'm actually pretty hungry. Is anybody home? Am I alone right now? Sonic. Huh. Last I checked, at least Dorian took Merlin out, and I guess he went to go get food too. Granted, that was like an hour ago.
I am home.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the food.
Is it mozzarella?
Yes. Hello! Oh. The canonical Sonic order is chili dogs because it's Sonic the Hedgehog. What's funny about that is that I used to, my go-to order at Sonic used to be their corn dog, and I don't eat like red meat anymore. But that was always my thing. Not specifically because of Sonic the Hedgehog. I actually never got into Sonic. I've learned more about Sonic as an adult than ever as a child because one of my nephews, got like really into it. And then, yeah, Duran, if you're still listening, you got a hello. Wow, you were in here. Yum. Sonic 2 was my first video. Was your first video game? Oh. I feel like my first video game that I like actively remember. Oh. Hello. I think my first like video game that I remember, I guess the first video games that I had, period, was like that really old Nintendo console, and we had like the Mario games, but we also had like this Speedy Gonzalez game. That's totally politically incorrect now. And I think we had Donkey Kong on that too. And then the first game that like I was into without the aid of anybody was Spyro. That was my jam. Specifically like Spyro 3. I've screwed all that up. Nope. Okay. I'm sure he'll find someone who's a great fit for him, just like he was for you. Yeah, thanks. Neither of us says anything for him. How's biology going? You said in your last email you were maybe thinking about switching majors? We end up talking for hours. Before I know it, it's gotten late and Elliot says, time for bed. Sunday, January 28th. What time is that? Technically, I should be getting off in like, but I think I'm gonna play through Sunday, and then I'm gonna pause at the determining the week, and we will start that next week. So, I wake up reasonably late on Sunday and head downstairs for breakfast. I see Tom sitting by himself at a table, looking pretty unhappy. Try to apologize. I like that it says try. I sit next to him and he glares at me. Hey dude, I sit somewhere else or someone's going to get hurt, bro. The look he gives me tells me he's serious, so I grab some food and find a seat on the other side of the room. Breakfast is uneventful, if a little lonely. I try to decide what to do with my morning. Hit the gym, see if there are board games, see what Adam's up to, hang around the house. Let's hit the gym. Why not? I head upstairs to grab some clothes, then head to the student center. I walk down the hall towards the gym. Malik is working the desk. Hey, sweetie. I swipe my card and he hands me a towel. No Adam today? Oh, I haven't seen him this morning. Well, have a nice workout. I have a pretty good run, but I find myself wishing it was warm enough to swim, or at least to run outside. I spend the rest of the morning playing foosball in the game room. Soon it's lunchtime. I walk into the dining room, barely empty, although I see Tom and Eva sitting in the corner. I start to head over to talk to them, but the look Tom gives me makes me decide to give them a little more time. Grab a plate of food and sit by myself at an empty. Keep hoping Adam shows up, but I end up finishing my meal. I walk to the common room. Some brothers are playing Guitar Hero. I join them, hoping Adam will show up at some point, but he doesn't. Before I know it, it's dinner time. I head into the dining room, grab some food, and look around for a place to sit. Lee, or is it Ashley? Notices me and waves me over. She's alone, and I wonder if she's going to proposition me. Hi, Carlos. Hey, where's your sister? Hooking up. That seems about right. She laughs at this. Yeah. I hope it's okay that I'm here. It's pizza night at our sorority, and pizza is the one thing our cooks don't do well. How do you screw up pizza? It's just dough and some stuff on it. He laughs again and pats my arm. Cooking is harder than it seems, Carlos, and I think it's the dough part that's the problem. I keep telling them they should just buy pre-made dough, but I guess they like the kneading part, even if they're not very good at it. I keep thinking it'd be nice to do some cooking, but Chef is paranoid about his workspace and won't let anyone help him. Our cooks love it when people help out. I'm sure you could come by and help sometime, if you wanted. You know, I might take you up on that. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Adam's a little upset with you. I don't blame him. I don't know. I feel like talking about things could ease more tension than avoidance. I say that also knowing that if I'm upset with people, I take as much time as I need to formulate what I want to say, instead of just winging it. The meal and conversation are pleasant, and I find it's nice to interact with Lee. Or is it Ashley? Outside the context of the bedroom. Ashley, or is it Lee, shows up a bit later. Jesus, you're still here? Carlos and I were talking. Sounds like a waste of your mouth. You could be doing something else with them. You know, sometimes I actually like talking to people instead of just having sex with them. Whatever, if you're not going to have him, can I? You just had a threesome. Always room for more. I'm right here. You don't have to talk about me like I'm not. We don't have to talk at all. I think I'm okay for now. I expect Ashley to be upset, but she just shrugs. Your loss. She leaves and Lee sighs. Not that there's anything wrong with sex, but I feel like she's gotten even more insatiable lately. I keep thinking it would be nice to have a boyfriend. Have someone to really enjoy sex with, you know? Not that sex isn't enjoyable now, but no, I know that feeling, and I want the same thing. Especially the boyfriend part. She smiles at me and puts her hands on mine. Well, not to put you on the spot or anything, but you're fun and smart, and also really good in bed. I'd go out with you sometime if you wanted. Oh. Okay. She removes her hand from mine and stands. Sorry, I really didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. I just always assumed you didn't date, and so I just never thought. In any case, if you ever wanted to, let me know. There's a nice little cafe down the street I've been wanting to take someone to. But have a nice night, Carlos. What have you done, Carlos? No. We strung along a poor innocent girl. Which is sometimes part of the territory of being a devilishly attractive gay man. I should know. Then she's gone and I sit by myself staring off into space, and a mess of emotions run through my head. She'd be a good cover. Don't use someone as a beard without their consent about it. It hurts. But that would be like me using her. Exactly, unless she's cool with it. And it really wouldn't be fair to her or to myself.
What happened? Okay.
Always good advice. Sorry for that quick derail. We're trying to acclimate one of the cats to use the litter box, and our other cat just like smacked him hard enough to take off his collar and scare him away from the new litter box. And it made a really loud noise. Oh, kitties. Yes. Kitty cats. They're great until they're not. Oh, good golly. This has been a freaking process. We're actually not sure that the cat that just got hit has even like used the restroom for the last like 24 hours almost. No more than at this point. Yeah. So it was about to confirm happened and whatever. That seems problematic. Yeah. He also is like prone to UTIs. But to aid that, we have an automatic litter box, so it like cleans itself, and it's not one of the like rake ones that just it's like one of the space age ones that like spins itself and sifts through the litter and yada yada. Super easy to clean, super great for cats, super great for people with like cat allergies because they're not tracking around anything, and super great for cats that get UTIs because they also are not like in gross sand all the time. Whatever. They're dealing with that right now. I'm dealing with what to do about Carlos. I really need to get more comfortable with this. You deserve someone who can really make her happy. We can be friends, though. Why can't someone I'm actually interested in ask me out like that? It'd be so much easier. Because you're kind of not being open with these people, which, yes, come out in your own time, in your own way, whatever. But if you're wanting that, you have to. That was like, for me, that was a huge thing thinking about my future. I'm like, I can't find a boyfriend if I keep this private. I can't like feel confident about pursuing the life that I want if I have to keep that life a secret. So sometimes that has to be enough. I drop off my plate and head back to my room. I wish tomorrow wasn't Monday. All right. And we are at weekly planner. So, oh my god, I'm a dumb. Cool. And I'm gonna freaking hate myself for showing off Dorian on stream because my camera is gonna need to be really replaced. My goodness, that facial I got earlier. I'm really glad that they got this, but it's so noticeable to me now. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry that there were problems like halfway through. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that was able to hop back in. I appreciate everybody that was here initially. Yeah, so go look at the GC later, not on stream. Okay. I'd install the patch before viewing. They're better uncensored. Okay. Yes. Obviously, you just said off stream, but cool. The number one thing in my email right now. Yes, daddy. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna check that out right now. Yes. Content schedule was posted over on YouTube yesterday. I'm probably gonna put it up on Instagram later tonight. I know tomorrow we have a short coming out. Why am I not able to focus or remember today? Short coming out tomorrow evening, afternoon ish. We will be going through probably at least 2 more chapters of Franbo, if not maybe finishing it on Thursday. I might even start streaming a little bit early to try and get that done. And then another short Friday. We will most likely, if my brain will agree with me, and my computer agrees with me, and my room doesn't overheat, we will most likely have a ZAGS video on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have a 60 parsecs game that I also am realizing I still need to record. So, yes. Oh, I'm excited. That game looked really good. I assume you got off the island. Okay. Literally, like right after you left. I was getting tilted. Yeah, right after you left, I was tilted. Dorian was like messaging me, and he was like, "Do you have the baking powder? You know, the one that we got that was like, oh, mommy used to use these to make the muffins be like really big and puffy." We had to give that to the frog, and then the frog grew. You want to tell me how you make a dough boat? No, no, yeah. No, you give it to the frog, and then the frog expands like 3 times its size. And then we have like this little back and forth about like having Mr. Midnight not like try and swipe at him or pop him or anything. And then he like floats us on down. And that's about where I ended it. Because I was like, okay, I'm get no. We met. That's not how baking soda works or frogs, right? It made 0 sense. Like it was very cute, and I know that it's probably working off the ideas of like how a child would work. Um, but there wasn't enough context clues, in my opinion, to give me that. But whatever. And then we met some vegetables that were like anthropomorphized, but didn't speak English, and we're a tree. So if you're joining in on Thursday, we're a tree. And that's where I ended. And then as soon as I like ended it, I got raided, and my I think Streamlabs like turned off my notifications. I don't know when that happened, but so I didn't get a notification, and so one of my friends was like, "Hey, been a minute." I was like, "Oh yeah, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm just getting off. I didn't realize you were in here." And he was like, "I might have just raided you." Like, what? And so I looked back, and like on Twitch it showed that he had raided me. I'm like, "I'm so sorry." So then I ended up spending like half an hour talking about Grand Theft Auto. which was also fun. Oh, that's weird too because the game otherwise has made a lot of sense, right? It, I don't know. I feel like that's just one where there were probably other versions of like scripting that they had done that made a little bit more sense for that specific one, and it just needed to get cut. So it's one of those things where like you have to just swipe it to the side and be like, okay, I'm sure somewhere I would have understood. I should go to bed though. Hubby's been asleep for half an hour. Good night and thanks for streaming. Hopefully you're enjoying Zag so far. I'm loving your commentary and insights. Thank you. Have a good night. I'm absolutely adoring Zags. I'm gonna check out that stuff that you sent me. Then yeah, thanks everybody again, and have a good night.